Okay, it says we're live. Do you guys get that message too?
Yes.
Yep.
Awesome. Okay.
All right.
Great.
We fill out our worksheet now, right?
Um, yeah. Oh, yeah, no, my name's
Introductions
Liz.
first.
My
Yes, I know
name's
your name.
Liz Froman. Okay, go ahead.
Are we still supposed to introduce ourselves even though you know me?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm
Yep,
Ashley Douglas. I'm your teammate. we talk all the time.
yep.
What's your name, Melissa?
And I'm Melissa.
I'm Liz. Okay. Yeah, let's fill out our worksheets now, I guess. We'll
Okay.
reconvene in like 10 minutes or when we're ready.
This is kind of hard.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't really know how in depth he wants us to go on these reasons.
Yeah, I think we have to have enough content that we can talk about everything in 5 minutes.
Between all three of us, or just per person?
No, 5 minutes per person. Let me go back and.
I'm just trying to think of one more, and then I should be good.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, 5 minutes per person. Ugh.
Okay.
Right. I am also ready.
Yep, I'm done.
I'm done.
Me too. All right. Who wants to go first?
I say team captain would be a really good place to start.
Yeah, go for it.
Poor Lynn because she decides to keep Jackie now. I just did I wrote the minimum, but I can expand on them, I guess. I put one of my successes as in graduating high school. I mean, not a lot of not everybody does, so I thought that was a success. And the reason I gave was just consistency. Like in high school, it wasn't really hard for me, but just consistency and being there and turning in homework and things. Um, I don't know. The second one I put was my job at the hospital because I see that as sort of a success. I work as a CNA at Mercy, or not Mercy, at Mary Greeley and Ames. So just having a job in general is a small success, I guess. um, Number three, I put as in I'm able to provide for my own needs, like independent. I don't know. I put that just comes from hard work because I pretty much provided for myself since I was 18. So I do think that's sort of a success.
Oh yeah.
I thought my most successful was being in joining this program, deciding to pursue something more. Um, and I was really struggling with the reasons for these, but I just thought determination or want to have more success was, I guess, a reason for that. And then the one I had for the past few weeks was all of my assignments being completed. It's really hard to keep up with all of the work we have. And it takes a lot of planning and a lot of hard work. I don't know, just it's so confusing all the time that it just takes a lot, I think, to do that. I know that wasn't 5 minutes, but that's the guy.
That's good. I guess we're supposed to just kind of respond to that. So I think it's awesome. You're a hard worker. I can tell you are with your goals, and I think we both know how hard it is to stay organized, especially with new teachers teaching a brand new class in a brand new program with brand new textbooks. It's been crazy. And then your job too. It's fantastic, especially working in the same field that you're, eventually going into. It's yeah.
I think I would have to agree. I mean, for your age and everything that you've accomplished, and you look at so many individuals out there that are your age, and they have no idea where they want to go, what they want to do, and they're far from independent.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, for you being enrolled full-time in school, working, being independent, that speaks volumes for the type of person you are, and that's something to be very proud of.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right, who wants to share next?
I can get mine over with.
All right, go for it.
For the first one, I put for my success was joining the military. I did it very, very, very late in life because you have to enlist before your 35th birthday. You have to be in boot camp before your 35th birthday. and I did it 4 months before my 35th birthday. So I was 34 years old in boot camp with a bunch of 18-year-olds. So um, I put why I was successful is because I actually got through. I received my honorable discharge, and I also received my journeyman instructor training there, and I was a firefighter in the Navy, and I taught firefighting on a submarine base, so I taught submariners firefighting. And another success is because at that age I thought I was pretty set in life, and I found out exactly what I took for granted. So it was a new appreciation when I came out for what I have, and I think that's made me quite a bit more successful. My next one is I said after I got out of the military, I wanted to continue to give back to the veterans. So I signed up to join the local American Legion, and I do a tremendous amount of volunteer work to help not just local veterans, but veterans in general. So I do a lot of fundraising and things to help veterans as well. Let's see, and then my next success was further my knowledge in healthcare aside from, I'm currently a paramedic. I've been an EMTB and then went to become a paramedic. I've been doing that for almost 10 years. So I contributed to that being successful as I've actually enrolled in Mercy College, and I'm furthering my education to become a nurse. So I'm not just going to be stagnant and be a paramedic. I'm getting too old. I can't lift anymore. My most successful experience I put as being a wife and mother. I think my success long after I'm gone will be how well my children do and how well my family succeeds. So I would say my most successful is how well my children are succeeding now. So I base a lot of my success on what I see through my children. So I think they're what makes me successful. So that's probably my most successful. One success during the past few weeks. This one was just kind of personal and sentimental, but my mother had a huge old cast iron black kettle that belonged to her great grandmother, and some very nasty neighbors decided to steal it about 20 some years ago. And so I have been in search of one ever since, and I am very fortunate to be friends. He's actually a veteran, and we become friends, and he located one for me. And as of yesterday, I am now the proud owner of a black kettle that I'm going to surprise my mother with.
That's so sweet.
That's what you said.
And an anticipated success in the next few weeks, I just want to pass my pathophysiology exam on Tuesday. I will be very, very, very happy if I can pass that exam.
Yeah.
And that's it.
I think it's great. I think everything you said was very successful. I think it takes a lot of courage later in life to do something that is, I mean, like going to the military at the age that you did. I mean, people take, I don't know, those things for granted all the time, and it's great that you did that. I just think that was amazing, and it sounds like you have quite a heart helping with the veterans, and you know your personal experience getting your mom her. I just think, yeah, I think it's all great, and your kids, the success through them. I think most mothers would feel that way, that you see your kids succeed and you feel more successful yourself, that you kind of brought them up right, and I could see that.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, you know what I love hearing about what you're saying is the fact that you're not complacent. You're not going to sit around, you know. It looks like you've achieved one goal after the next, like you just have a good pattern going, a good habit of setting these goals and accomplishing them. And I mean, I just think it's fantastic that you volunteer, that you support a cause, you know, you're motivated, you're out there clearly not giving up, you know. You have a career that you could stay with the rest of your life if you wanted, but you know, you're looking for something different and changing and adapting, and I think that's just really neat. And I mean, among all of the things you've done that are just like impressive, it's kind of motivating to me actually. I'm kind of inspired. Like maybe I should go join the military here. Oh, but I still have 10 years.
It wasn't all glamorous, but I'm glad I did it.
No, yeah, yep, and I have deep respect for that too. I think that's awesome. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh shoot, it's my turn. I had to think about that for a second. Okay, I don't know if that's gonna take 5 minutes. Okay, the first 3 successes that I put down that are in no particular order. The first one is starting my job. I work as a PCT over at Mercy Westlakes, and I've been working there since June, and I love it, and I love that I'm learning. I think that's the reason I was so successful, is that I genuinely wanted to be involved in the field of work that I'm going into so that I could learn. So I was easily motivated, and I asked lots of questions, and I'm still learning on the job all the time. The next one is pretty general, I guess, now that I read it to myself. Just working hard and maintaining good grades. Not as good as I want them to be. Obviously, they never will be. But, I think, yeah, just with this new program, it's really tested me in a lot of ways in my organization skills and my communication skills with my professors, because I've had a lot of issues with them. But I'm actually really proud of myself for being open to communication, because in the past I haven't approached teachers when I've had problems with something that they're doing that I think could be changed or improved. So I think that's why I'm successful with that, is just because I'm more open to talking to them for some reason. I don't have any idea why, actually. Number 3, I got elected to Student Senate recently. So thank you if you voted. Honestly, I didn't put in much work for it because there were only 2 of us, and so we were both elected no matter what. So there's not really a reason. I mean, the reason why I succeeded with getting elected was because I filled out the intent to enroll form. So, the little things in life, I guess, sometimes work. Most successful was right after I graduated from high school, or during my senior year of high school. I auditioned at the University of Nebraska in Lincoln, which is my hometown, and got a full ride scholarship for violin. So I worked really, really hard for that. Yeah. Let's see, past few weeks, again, kind of a general one, but I've tried to build a relationship with one of my teachers, just so that she can be a connection for me, and so that she's more of an advisor and I can get her connections. And she just has, I guess you guys would know her, it's Dawn Bowker from our theory class.
Yes.
Yeah, and she is one of my favorite teachers I've had. I just think she's amazing. So I talked to her the other day and asked if she knew anybody, and that she could set me up with to do some shadowing, or if she had any opportunities for me to get more involved, because I like to be involved in stuff. And so I'm going to have a meeting with her next week. She was very open to helping me, and she said, bring a pen and paper and we'll figure it all out. So I think she has quite a few ideas. So that is just something a personal accomplishment I was kind of proud of, that I stepped out of my comfort zone and went to approach her, and it's going to work out for the best for me, I think. In the next few weeks, I will have enough hours of volunteer work at Mercy's NICU completed to advance to the next part of volunteer. They divide their volunteers into 2 groups. There's the stage 1 and stage 2, and I'll advance to stage 2, where I will finally be able to hold the babies, which I think is exciting. So I get to hold some babies. I don't know. I'm not a mom. I've actually only held one baby in my entire life.
Oh
So
my gosh.
I need a baby fix because I don't want a baby yet. So yeah, I'm excited for that. So that's all of mine.
Well, I think that you sound very driven. Like, from the moment I met you, I've always thought that, though, that it seemed like you would be the person to set your mind to something and obtain that goal. And I think you proved that just by, like, saying you got a full ride, you know, worked your butt off to get that, and that is a success, because a lot of people don't take the time to make that happen for themselves, and you were obviously thinking of the future and how to be successful in that. And, you know, Student Senate, whether, like, it was easy to get in there, yes, it is, at least you were trying to go for Student Senate, you know, like I did it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a success. You're right. I mean, grades it's always successful when you can do that, you know. I think we all think, yeah, I'm going to get an A in every class. And then you kind of get into it and you're like, yeah, I'm not getting an A in this class.
Not that easy.
Passing is still success. So that's, I just can't believe that you've only held one baby.
Yeah.
I have like 2 brothers and sisters, so too bad none of them are babies anymore unless you hold them.
Yep.
I guess one is, I mean, you were saying that it was just in general as far as the program and grades and everything. I mean, that's not in general. This semester with the new program has definitely come with some trials and tribulations. And I see a lot of students getting caught up in the negative side of this,
Yes.
and being drawn into a lot of the there's got to be something else for me. I'm not going to get through this semester. And instead of you focusing on all the negativity like a lot of them are doing right now with this program, you're actually trying to focus on how can I make this better. And I think the general consensus with this semester so far is that Professor Bowker has been absolutely fantastic. And I know I have went into her office several times. She's very professional. She's definitely got an open door policy. And so instead of you getting caught up in this semester really sucks, and there's a lot of things that are bad about it, you are instead, I'm going to make this a better semester.
Yep.
And
Take the good with the bad.
Exactly. And I think you are definitely an example that a lot of students this semester should be looking up to and taking, I guess, just looking up to you and wanting to be more like you instead of focusing on the negative. And kudos to you, because I think you are a positive example that a lot of students right now should be looking up to. Kudos on the graduating and getting the scholarship. There's so many kids now that, well, one, they don't even get through, or two, they're looking at the short-term goals of, I'm going to graduate, you know, and then I'm, not that McDonald's is a bad job, but they don't see the full, they don't see beyond that. It's, I'm going to graduate, and then they're like, oh crap, now what? So, I mean, you are actually very mature in your thinking through high school and everything else. This is what I need to do, this is what I need to focus on, and you're very driven. And I mean, there's a lot of individuals who don't do that. So, I mean, you put a lot of work into getting where you're at right now. And the Student Senate, as she said, you know, look at how many of us didn't want to do it or didn't put in for it. So, and I voted, by the way. And
Yay! Thank you.
But there's I mean, look at how many students does Mercy have? And then you look at the size of the Student Senate. So, I mean, there's, what, 82 of us in just this program.
Yeah.
And how many of us had no interest in the Student Center? How many even know that we even have one, to be honest?
I don't know.
I mean, I'm sure there's probably a lot of people that don't even know they exist or what you guys do. So for you to be just coming into Mercy and being that driven, like I said, I think a lot of students have, they should be coming to you as a role model, because you could definitely set a good example for a lot of people this semester.
Agreed.
I love this. It's just so many compliments. it's
We're gonna go to Philly
motivating.
night for like an hour, just boozing.
Yeah, exactly. Now I'm ready to do a homework assignment. Okay, what are we supposed to do next, though? Okay. I think it's part 3, or step 3, team debriefing for 10 minutes. Spend time discussing your reactions and experience. Okay, so now I guess we're just going to talk about this experience, I guess, what we just did. Let's see.
Why don't we do this more often? I think that's what we just said. We should do it
Yeah.
more often.
Yeah. I mean,
Especially as difficult as this semester is, this is what we need.
And how much negative talk we get into because of this semester, like, it's
yeah.
a little positive in your world.
Yes.
Yeah, and it also makes it feel a little more real when you get to not only write down some accomplishments you've had, but then have somebody else, you know, to verbalize it and have somebody else give you feedback. It's actually really nice because it just makes it feel more real, like you're more accomplished, like you're on the right track. So yeah, it's just a good feeling.
Well,
Yeah,
and it's nice to know how much effort somebody is actually putting into this, and how, you know, what they're, what you guys are bringing into not only this program, but healthcare in general. I mean, I won't be in it as long as you guys, so you guys will do more good than I will. But I mean, what you guys are going to bring into healthcare, I mean, you are the future of healthcare, so it's nice to know how goal-oriented and how dedicated you are to this. And, you know, had we not had this opportunity, I wouldn't have known that.
Mm-hmm. It's nice to have that feeling of being on a team where we're all in the same boat. So, like, as horrible as some of us think this program is right now, working out the kinks, we're all in it together, and it's actually, you know, preparing us for the real world, because healthcare, you know, it's not perfect.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, we're going to have the same struggles with systems and having to adapt and be flexible. So,
It says, how do we each respond to giving and receiving positive feedback? I think that for me, it's hard for me to, like, hear somebody give me positive feedback, but it's, like, things I need to hear, because I get so negative on myself sometimes and feel like I'm not successful. To actually come up with something that I've accomplished or were successful for me, I mean, it's good to, like, bring me around to that, because I don't sit there on my own. Most of the time I think, oh, I'm not really successful, you know. And so it's nice to have to bring that to the surface and explain to myself as well as to you guys why I think I'm successful. I think giving positive feedback, so I see it in other people. Like, you guys are so successful in what you've done, but it's hard for me to see it in myself, you know.
I think that's honestly just everybody's approach to it too, because I know there's things I succeeded at, but until I verbalize it, I end up getting stuck on negative things, and or just not recognizing them at all, and just feeling like, well, I'm in a rut, or I haven't done anything and I don't feel worthy. So yeah, just having feedback, it's nice.
Well, and I think we overlook it. It's so easy to take 2 seconds out of your day and pay somebody a compliment.
Right.
And look at, I mean, I can honestly say I walk through the school every day, and yeah, I may say a thank you, but I don't pay anybody a true compliment. And to think of how that could change a lot of the negativity of the semester if we all just spent a couple seconds out of our day complimenting somebody for their work, you know? Maybe turn some of this negativity around.
Yeah, I was going to say, imagine doing that for the first 10 minutes of the foundations class every time. That would be the completely opposite.
I really like how you put that homework together.
Professor Arabella. Actually, honestly, I do think that somebody needs to, like, as much as I've complained about that class, I do think that somebody needs to tell her she's doing a good job, you know, or that we can tell that she's working hard at least, because she does.
She does.
Good things instead of noticing all the bad ones.
Yeah, she gets so much criticism.
I've been really negative about that class many times.
Oh,
and,
me
like,
too.
I have to convince myself, like, I'm here, I'm going to do it, but sometimes you're not happy about it because of what has happened. It's just, got to look at it a different way. They'll get better. I think they'll learn to work with us, and we'll learn to work with them.
Yeah.
Well, and I think it clearly shows that maybe it wasn't as organized as it should have been.
Yeah.
But I think she is probably experiencing the same frustrations that we are
Yeah.
from her end. So,
Mhm.
as what we just did here, it would be beneficial maybe to show her some of the same support.
Mhm. We should have her join our next synchronous activity.
We should. We should ask her if she has a Google Hangout and say every Friday night at 7 p.m. we get together.
We've kind of already talked about, like, the questions it says on our sheet. Like, what does it cost you to pay someone a compliment? It really doesn't cost you anything. Like,
No.
why don't we do it more often? And
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just, you don't think about it to say, like, hey, you did a really good job, But if you took 2 seconds out of your day to tell people that, you'd have an all-around more positive experience.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Kind of too bad that we haven't already noticed that and started doing it.
Yeah. Mhm.
It's a shame that we have to have one of our professors kind of throw us into this project to get us to realize things that we should be doing different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
All right.
See, I think the only other thing on there was about our team climate now, which I felt like we were all pretty supportive and trusting to begin with, but I think cohesion-wise, we're relating to each other better now that we're getting to know each other. So.
yeah.
She didn't want to go for the gun and shoot everybody first like the last project.
No. No. And there was I liked this activity better because there's no, like, peer pressure of, oh, both of you guys did really good and I did really bad, or
like, I have to tell you how much I failed at this.
Or am I the reason why I just killed everybody?
Yeah.
I felt really bad at the last one. I was like, I kind of, like, told them that we should walk. We all died.
I don't think any of us discussed it very well. We just wanted to get it done. It took so long to troubleshoot.
Kind of went with it. So I let y'all down. Sorry.
That's
Hey,
right.
I wanted the gun.
I was gonna say, I think we agreed, but we didn't really care. So.
No, exactly.
We weren't really thinking of the long-term effects of that decision.
No. We were just more like, oh, you ranked this really high and I ranked it really low, so we'll put it in the middle.
We were about group cohesion more than we were about surviving.
Yes. And that's what I put in my reflection paper is, I guess even though we made the wrong decision, it was a team decision. So it wasn't any individual, So
Yep.
You're probably wondering why we're talking about the last project now.
Oh, yeah. I guess we're probably done, honestly.
Yeah, I think we are. The last part just talks about the reflection paper.
Yep. Okay. Well, I can make sure I get the right link this time to prevent a scare.
If not, I'll have to go in and talk to him again. We'll get it figured out.
Yeah, I'm glad you did last time because I was like, oh my gosh, you're kidding. I didn't go. We did it, all that work. And
I was super worried
Alrighty.
after 2 hours of struggling, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
All right. Well,
Well, you guys have a
I guess we'll-
fantastic weekend.
Yeah, you too. All right. We'll talk to you later.
All right. Good night.
Good night. Bye.
And,